Now it is live, sir, in YouTube, and I'm making you host.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Now you are host, sir. You please take care of any problem occurs. You please call me, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
ಹೌದ್ರಿ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಮ್ನಾಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ಸ್ மூணு பேர் கால் பண்ணாரு.
Dear participants, kindly introduce yourself through chat box, your name, designation, department, college or institute name, city name, etc. I repeat, dear participants, kindly introduce yourself through chat box, your name, designation, department, college or institute name, city name, etc. Speaker, sir. Speaker, sir. Speaker, sir. Speaker, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Sir, kindly enlarge the slide 1.
Yes, sir, I'm doing. Sir, is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, it is in the slideshow mode only.
Right, sir. Right.
And
Sir, yeah. Kindly say a few lines about yesterday's session and go ahead with your today's session, please.
yes, sir, yes. It's loading. Slides are getting changed. Slides are changing,
sir.
right, sir?
Yeah. But sir, I think PPT seems to be yesterday's.
No, sir, it is continuation, sir. Continuation, day 2.
Acha. Okay. Done, sir.
Okay, day 2.
Done,
Because I have to go with the revision. I will continue and go with the next part.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, kindly go ahead, sir, please.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Good evening, dear participants. I just welcome you all to this 5 days national level online workshop on advanced research methodology, literature review, references, and conclusion on day 2. Okay, so as we know that like we have two to three different topics on this in this complete 5 days of workshop. So where we will be discussing on the research methodology, literature review, references, and also conclusion. So yesterday we have seen about the literature review, and today we'll go with the references and conclusions and different styles and format for references. So before that, I just want to glance once again so that there should be a kind of a continuity in this workshop. So in the yesterday's workshop, we have seen with the different topics related to the literature review, right? So like I have defined what is literature review. Like I said, it should be a very clear concept of what idea we are going to present, so that the review itself says what different methods we need to make use of, then different methodology, different techniques and tools can be used. That is why I have taken this initial part where we have discussed what is literature review, some characteristics of important like comprehensive, up-to-date references, then reproducible, free from biasing, well-written, clarity, and accurate references. So it's all about theoretical concept with a small demo which I have shown in the yesterday's part, where I've also discussed some factors which may get affected and which may create a kind of a chaos when you go for literature review. Then purpose of literature review, then different types of sources from where we can actually extract the information on the literature review parts, then difference between the systematic review and the literature review, the steps conducting in literature review, some 8 different simple steps also I have discussed in the yesterday's session. Most of us may go through with this and can develop a kind of habit in producing the literature review papers. Then some common mistakes which we adopt in like intentionally or unintentionally without knowing a kind of basis on where this falls, right? So that is why it should be overcome with some proper mechanism and procedures. Then final reflections on the literature review also I have clarified on this. Then a small demo also I have given with respect to one AI tool called as a chat PDF. Okay, where this chat PDF will play a very important role. No doubt it's a AI tool, but nowadays it's an era of artificial intelligence, right? So this AI tool, which is that is Chat GPT, will help you to summarize the whole paper itself, right? So no need not have to go for reading the whole complete paper and then coming to the summarization concept, right? But now in today's workshop, we'll go with the very important part of the literature review. No doubt we have done the whole complete review section, right? So here we go with the citations and references. It's a quite common thing which we always used to do. Like 2 things are there. One is citation and another is nothing but the references. The meaning of references is very clear because whatever we refer, whether it is a textbooks or newspaper or any media or material, right, it should be acknowledged very properly, right? So why it is important is just I have shown here, like to acknowledge the contributions of the other writers and the researcher in your work, right? So without references, no UG, PG, and PhD scholar can submit their report. Even if you do a small mini project or the final year project, right? We simply add some references knowingly or unknowingly, whether we have referred or not referred, right? So it's a kind of a level mechanisms. You can say it's a kind of a levels are there, right? For UG students, a bit not serious more about why to put the references, how to put the references, right? When we go to the PG level, like yes, something we need to take care when we go for putting the references. But when it comes to the research, right? It's not a simple task, right? So therefore, references are more important because you need to acknowledge the contributions of the other works, right? And how to acknowledge the different methods are there, different techniques are there. We will be discussing in this today's workshop, all right? Followed by a kind of a demo also. I'll just try to show you where I will show you the Quillbot also. Okay. And it is very important way to give the credit, right? This is more important, right? I will show you the my Google Scholar page also, where how the number of citations get increased year by how many number of the scholars refers the paper, right? So that is called a citation part. So it cannot be like simply borrowing the words or ideas and without citing them properly. So that is why it is another important thing of the references. Then it's a way to produce the evidence to support the assertion and claims in your own assignment. The another important thing I just want to highlight with respect to the references is, see here, for example, I'll just try to show you here. Suppose we are doing some research, right? For me, this research, its outcome, okay, should be in the form of must and should, in the form of publication, right? It should be in the form of publication. Why I focus is because once we do the complete research work, whether it is you take UG, PG or PhD part, right? So outcome doesn't mean that you are trying to attain all the objectives of the, or you can say the proposed objectives of your research work, right? No doubt, we sometimes we write it as an expected outcomes, right? We don't write directly the outcome, we write it as expected, right? We write it as expected outcomes, right? So this is one thing. So this should not be stopped here itself, right? It should end with publication, right? It should end with publications. And for this publication, the important thing, whether it, even for the report also, you can add the another thing as a report for your final project report or Viva reports, whatever it may be, right? So therefore, this references is more important. And I have seen many these scholars, right, who do not acknowledge properly, right? I have seen when I most of the time when I go for reviewing the IEEE papers, okay, so the number of references are very less. Do not try to restrict the references to only 5, 10 or 15 something, like try to refer more number of papers so that you can acknowledge into your reference section, right? So way of giving credit to the owner of that particular work, right? Now the third thing is it's a way to provide evidence and support that I say, like claiming that whatever the work you have done, you have no doubt you have borrowed or no doubt you have referred to that particular thing, but it should be put it into the references in the proper format. The different proper formats are there. I will also try to discuss those formats in the coming session. Okay. And the next thing is references should be always accurate. This is more, I just want to highlight it again and again in the whole session. Okay. Why I say that it should be accurate? Yesterday also I have shown because what happens is, suppose I am referring to one paper and I'm not able to cite it very properly. Instead of using the word properly, I will just make it use as accurately. Okay, so if I do this without properly citing or without properly entering into this, then it will not be counted. You can say it's not. You can say that it's not cited. It's not cited. It's completely not acceptable also. Instead of not acceptable, I can say like the works goes completely unacknowledged, right? And even though you are putting into the references, and that will not be counted into the Google Scholar of the one who has done that particular work. So therefore, your work should be very muchly accurately cited properly. That is what I say it again and again. Okay, and allowing your readers to trace the source of information and which you have used it, right? Then only the complete accountability will be taken into the consideration if you do it very properly. Okay, so that is one thing. Then the second thing is there are something which we need to follow before citing, right? From where you can cite it, right? So before going to the next slide, I just want to show you where and how this can be done. Okay, now let me take an example here. I'll just open the Google Scholar. Okay, so if you don't have a Google Scholar, try to create the Google Scholar of your Gmail account. Okay, you can make use of educational institutional ID, right? So better to use an educational institutional ID rather than making use of a Gmail account, right? So what you should do is you need to go to the Google and click on the Google Scholar. Okay, so you can see this page over here, like it will be written it as a Google Scholar. Now, what do you mean by Google Scholar? It's a kind of a search engine. Nowadays, we have a lot of different search engines, right? But this is a very simple and basic, or you can say a very traditional way where the researchers follow over here for searching their papers, right? Searching the information, or it can be any information of data, right? So it's a Google Scholar. Now here in the Google Scholar, you can see that I have already logged in into my Google account. Then you need to go for my profile. So if you don't have the Google Scholar account, you can directly go to my profile and you can create your own profile. Okay. So here you can see there are different bullets you can see, or you can say different points you can see, like you have a my profile. It's a profile which is created by your Google account or your institutional ID. Then you have a my library. It's a kind of a maintaining a database for your research work so that you need not have to search it again and again. Okay, then you can put also the alerts. The reason for putting the alerts is because if someone has published the work of an author, and if he's publishing it again and again with the new articles, then definitely it will give an alert to your Gmail account like this. Or even if somebody cite the particular paper, it will show you into your Google email inbox that this person has been cited so many number of times, right? Then definitely you will have a kind of a matrix, and this will help in basically when we go for NB and NAC accreditation, right? They will ask you how many number of citations are there for your paper, right? So now I will just show you my profile over here, and you can see I have the Google Scholar profile, and this is what the profile, how it actually looks. Okay, now you can see here the total number of articles which get published, and those number of articles are indexed Google Scholar, like Google Scholar index. Basically, we call it as a Google Scholar indexing, right? I don't know, many of you may know or may not know, right? Whenever we go for publication, like then we check for in where it get indexing. Like you can see this word also, indexing. Then nowadays, most of us will go for either the Scopus indexed, right? Then this is by default taken care by the publisher, that is Google Scholar, right? So this is how we just try to take into consideration. And if the paper get indexed in the Google Scholar, or if it is a Google Scholar indexing, then the paper will automatically will be getting added into your account, right? If it is not there, then you can manually add it by making use of this particular tab. You can go to this tab, you can add the articles to the group, you can add articles automatically, then manually is also possible. Then so that this type of matrix you can view, right? So here you can see now but in this particular section, like I have so many number of papers which is published since from 2016 onwards till today also 2024 and 25, right? So here you can see total number of citations over here, right? In which year paper. So total 18 citations is been taken for this particular paper. The meaning of citation is nothing but total 18 number of people or authors have referred this particular paper and they have cited well. Okay, now how to check this, or why I'm putting a stress on this particular is because suppose I have added a paper to my account, Google account or the Scholar account, and here you can see here, right? It will give me all the details over here. Name of the article, year, volume number, issue number, its abstracts, and now here it is, you can see that total number of citations cited by 18 people, right? So if I click on that particular cited by 18, okay, so here you can see the total 18 articles will appear into my Google page, where I can check into their references, like they have included this article. Okay, for example, if I click on this particular paper here in research, let me check with the verification link. Now it can take another paper. Okay, so here you can, someone has published a paper. Now for your information, it was my paper, means I should get into my reference section. You can just check with the reference part. it is like the feather and the heat transfer or something like this it was, right? So if they have done it very appropriately and properly, then definitely it will be added into this. And that is why if they have not mentioned it properly, then it also become difficult. Like the paper will not get added into it, right? Maybe because of this, it may get added over here, right? So this is how like the articles are getting cited into that references part, right? So that is one thing. Now come back to this part. Just go back. Okay, right? So this is called as a matrix, right? So here it is 18, here it is 10. And if the articles are getting cited by more than 10 times, the I10 index will be doubled. Like 10 is equal to 1, another 10 is here, it is because of 2 here. And H index will be again similar, like the same article has been consecutively cited by so many number of times. So it becomes 3, repeatedly you can see also, right? So this is why it is important to cite it very properly, right? So this is how we go for acknowledging that particular references. Now, what kind of information do I require to cite a references, right? How many, from where you can refer, or what type of information you refer, it will also matter, right? So you can refer either books or journal articles, then newspapers and magazine, websites or electronic resources, then films and documentary, then research reports. Then coming to the very important part, that is types of referencing style. Before this, I just show you the another part. Okay, now let me go to, I'll just open one paper. So many number of papers are there, like, so let me open one paper. Okay, there is like toward the detection of brain tumors in electroencephalogram signal using support vector machine, which is produced in 2009, right? Okay, now if I'll just look at this particular paper and come back to references, I'm not taking the complete paper and just reading and just going into it. I just want to highlight how the references are done. Okay. Okay, now here you can see there is a reference section. So that is what I said, for every paper, right? For every journal article, whether it is a textbook or whether it is any review paper, also you have to write the references, right? So references should not be minimum. Try to keep the more references. Now here you can see there are something around 37 references are there. There is nowhere written that you have to make use of more number of references, but for the quality of paper, right, you have to include more number of recent papers with proper citation style. Okay, so here now we have a reference. Now if you look at this part here, okay, so here you can see the name of the author, title of the paper, right? Somewhere here, like name of the journal, which is written in the inclined, right? Who is the publisher, volume number, page number, or sometime DOI also. So this is one paper. Okay. Now let me take with the another paper and check to the reference style. Now here you can see I have very poor paper. Okay. Here you can see it is in 2018. Now, if you look at this paper here, okay, now you can see, I'll just highlight over here, right? So this is another paper where people have written the references, right? They may have followed or they may not have followed the appropriate referencing style, right? So whenever we go for the publication, right, try to go for the author guidelines, and there they will be giving you the proper information on how to cite the references very appropriately and properly, right? So please take care of that particular thing when you go for publication, right? So I just highlighted like why references are required and how this can be done. Now I'll just go with the next important part, types of referencing style. Okay, so there are more than 5 referencing styles are there. So I just listed some 5 important referencing style. So that is, first is MLA, right? We meet most of the scholar, they don't know there are different referencing styles are there. We just simply follow the template, or I can say the publication template, where they will give you like you have to follow this particular template and you have to go for the publication, right? So here we have different formats, like we have a MLA format, we call it as a Modern Language Association System. Then we have a APA format, also called it as American Psychological Association System. Then we have Harvard, IEEE, and then we go for Vancouver style, right? And many times when you go for IEEE conference, right? So they give you a proper referencing format, sorry, paper template. You can use that particular template and you can go for publication, right? So that is IEEE. Now we will see one by one how this formats will work and how you can extract the information on this, and how we can compare like the paper which I have shown here, like is it correct or wrong? Okay. Then this is one paper. There is another paper which I've shown here, like this is one, this another paper. Okay, here also. This is another paper, right? Whether they are, that is correct or this is correct, because based on the guidelines, the information will be completely different. Okay. So now what do you mean by MLA format is nothing but it's a modern language association system. We have some standards for referencing, which we usually follow, and even you have to follow. Apart from that, a lot of things are there into it when you try to go more in detail, that I'm just trying to highlight over here. Right. So MLA referencing style, basically it uses a author page number system, right? I agree that it becomes difficult to remember the things associated with the referencing style, but I will show you the very simple way of writing the references, or taking the directly from the paper which you are trying to refer, so that you can directly copy paste and add it into your reference section. But the condition is, uh, suppose you are writing the references, you have to refer only one referencing style. You cannot mix up with one reference is MLA, second is APA, third is IEEE. No, you cannot do it. So if you do this also, the editor will directly reject your paper. Right? Why I'm trying to stress more on this particular sections or these parts is because whenever we go for submission of the articles, right, the very first step is they go for the plagiarism. They check whether the author has properly referred the template or not, right? Then each and everything will be taken into consideration of the whole paper, and then they will go for, then the paper will be assigned to the reviewer. Until and unless it will not be done, even though the paper is some 50 to some 50, 60 or 70% is all right with the proper format, they will go to the reviewer. Then once the reviewer is done, the reviewer will give the comments based on the not only the content of the paper, and he will also give it the formats also, because they have some kind of questions which is already available for the reviewer, and they have to follow those guidelines also. Reviewer guide, we can say that it's a reviewer guidelines, right? And I'll show you an example also how the references are validated if you make use of a very good quality journal like Springer Nature. Okay, I can give an example with the Springer Nature also, right? So before that, first we'll try to understand this format, right? So it's a author page number system. We can see it's a format is MLA format. First we go for author's name, then full title of the each publication. From the title page you can do, not from the cover publisher, right? Full title of the publication. What the meaning of full title is nothing but here you can see. First is name of the author. Here you can see name of the author is this much. Then followed by title of the paper. It is till here, right? Then city of publication, optional. It is optional. If city is only there, you can write the city name or like this. Then date of publication, then volume number, issue number, if they are available for the journal, page number. You can refer a medium of publication, whether it is a print or web or television, right? You can see it. So name of the journal we have, name of the publisher also we have. Then we have volume number, we have volume number, but we don't have a issue number. Fine. Then we have a page number and year of publication, right? So do not get confused with the date of publication. Usually date of publication is nothing but year of publication. All right. Date of publication will not be more given into the referencing style. So that particular format you have to take care. Now you can say that the format which they have used over here is nothing but MLA format, but this can also be cross verified with the other referencing style also, because it appears to be very much similar when you go for APA format also, right? Now there are some examples are there. You should be very much clear in writing the references and which references you are trying to refer for your literature review or even with the original article. Suppose you are referring an article is nothing but paper, right? The format is different. If you are referring any website, it is different. If you are referring the book chapter, it is different. right? So anything, whichever you refer, every format is completely different, right? Okay, now coming to the MLA citation for an article, right? So how they have cited, so name of the article followed by the name of the paper, right? Name of the journal, you can see it is inclined written, or you can say it is italically they have written, volume number, right? Year of publication, paper page numbers, followed by, you can add the DOI also, or you can add the URL also, right? This is for an article. Now we can say that here it is completely matching with the format which they have referred, right? We have another paper which we see here, it is completely wrong, right? Now you can see we have a name of the authors, right? Here you can see the name of the paper is inclined, it is inclined, or you can say it is italic, but name of the journal is IEEE transaction, it is completely written in a wrong format, right? Volume number, issue number, July 2015, page number, it is completely wrong, 553 minus 0, it is something reverse, I guess, right? Even here also you can see. Now here, even if you compare it with these two references, okay, here name of the authors, right, followed by the name of the paper publication, it is IEEE transaction, volume number in August 2014. Right now, this we don't have a page number. They have not written the page number. In one referencing, they are writing the page number. In the another referencing, they are not writing the page number. Right now, here also you can see the name of the year is here followed by the name of this. So it's not appropriate. Right now, similarly, you just compare over here these references. Right, so name of the authors followed by name of the title, name of the journal, right, volume number, page number, then this. They have not included the publisher name. Sometimes there will be publisher name and sometimes it is not available. Now, how to get this, right? What is the proper way of getting the information, right? So what we can do is here, when you go for any paper publication, like just let me check with this part, right? So I will just take one paper, which is IEEE paper of my own. Now I will open this paper, which is in IEEE Explore library. It is available with all the details. Okay, now here you can see, right? So this is the name of the paper. So there are total 3 authors are there. Now here you can see it's different methods and it is not open access. Here I can show you this, make it have some, it asked me to go for with the institutional login. So that is why it cannot be accessed over here, right? It has a DOI, name of the publisher, and okay. Now here there is one thing is called as a cite this, right? You can observe here, right? So this PDF is not available of free of cost. You have to have an access or you need to have the authentication. So if I click on this, here you can see, it gives me directly over here, right? Citation and abstract. If you want only the citation, right? Name of the authors followed by name of the title, right? It is inclined in the conference name, right? In the year, page number followed by DOI, right? So directly you can click on copy, it get copied. If you want BibTeX format, it is also available, but it is not applicable or it is not accepted or it is no, these formats are not taken into consideration. That is why we have a plain text format only, right? Now, here also, uh, once you click here, cited by 10 scholarly articles, okay? So if I click on this, they will ask for how to cite and the Google Scholar. Okay, let me come back to this. I'll just copy. Okay, then Google Scholar. I paste here. Okay, now see here, my paper is, it is IEEE indexed. It is available in the IEEE and also Google Scholar indexing, right? Now here you can see here, right? There is an option called as a save. If you click on this, your article will be added to your library, right? It will know, now here there is a site, right? If I click on this site, for example, you have referred my paper, somehow you have downloaded and you don't know how to cite the paper, right? What you can do is go to Google Scholar, put the title. If it is available, just click on this site. So once you click on this site, now this is available, right? This is site, this is format, which I am discussing right now, right? It is MLA format, article citation format, you can say, right? So here, I'll just show you. Right here you can see. So it is MLA format. So name of this. So if the paper template, if they are asking you for the MLA format, use this MLA format. If they are asking for the APA format, use the APA format, right? Now you can see there is quite difference between these two. Here we have a page number, here we don't have a page number, right? Here name of the authors are there, but the name of the year it is written in the bracket, right? Here we don't have an year, but it is simply we have written 2016, right? We have a Chicago format, we have the Harvard format, then we have a Vancouver format also. Any paper which you are referring and putting into the references is the best way is go to the Google Scholar, paste the title, click on the site, simply copy paste the format which is required for the paper publication. Simply use this, copy and paste into your reference section so that this will be appropriately will be written. Every reference will be done in this particular format only. Right, so you need not have to write and type and do all those things, because we may miss some important information, and if any information, if it get missed out in this reference section, then this will not be added into the Google Scholar account of the author who have published that particular paper, and because of that he may not get his paper cited. That is what the problem which even I am facing right now. Many people have referred my paper, even I have cross verified, but only 18 people have, or 18 authors have properly cited as per the format, or 10 people have properly used the formats and they have properly cited me. So that is why it is only 10, or else it have become more now, right? So carefully take care of this particular conditions, right? Similarly, you may have with the MLF website articles, right? Name of the author followed by the title of the article, then National Geographic, March 2022. Similarly, you can go for book citations also, right? Name of the author, name of the book, edited by, when it is published in the year, right? Now coming to the next part, that is called as the APA format, that is called as American Psychological Association system. So APA referencing style it uses the author date system. Like the sources are cited by providing the surname of the author and the year of publication in brackets. That this is what here focus should be given more into consideration, right? Here, right? They are in the brackets. What type of brackets, right? Now it is given in example here. Example in citing part. This can be in the end of the sentence. Okay, it is in the text I am speaking, not in the reference section. Not in the reference section. Okay, there are two things we do in the reference section, then inside the body of the paper, right? In the end of the sentence means here you can see. So whichever things you are referring, it should be written in the end 2014, right? Or can also be done by integrating with the text, right? So you can see I have written with the June 2014 followed by whatever the assignments you are referring, you can take it down. Okay, now just cross verify with the format which we have just observed, right? So here nowhere we are, let's check with the formatting part, right? So what is the format now? Format is inside the text. This is example for inside the text which I have shown, right? So let us go with the text format, right? So let me go to this some section of the literature survey. If it is available, you can watch. Okay, somewhere here they have written in the square bracket. It means that the format which they have used is not APA format. It's an IEEE format. I can just show you with the another paper if I have to check publications. Here also they have written in the square brackets. Here also they have written the same thing. There was one article which actually I had. It's very simple. There was one paper, it was, anyways, I'll just show you the formats only. Right at the end of the sentence, and this we'll see with this part. Okay. Okay. So if you have a multiple authors, you can use one author followed by this, two authors, three authors if it is at all. Okay, we'll just check with this. If this get blocks open, then it is good. Okay. Here you can see in the APA formats, APA referencing style and citation examples, you can see there are different citation. If it is single author, a single name followed by 2003 in the text. Okay, it is in the inside the text, means wherever you are referring. If it is one or more author, put Smith et al. Here, right? If it is multiple sources are there, you can put the name of the authors one by one, and you can add it to your information also. And when it comes to the referencing style, here you can see this will be done like this. Okay, it's an APA style. So here you can see here, like Einstein, in the bracket they will write 1905. So but here in our references, so they have not written. It means that this is not an APA style. Okay, this is not an APA style. It is MLA format, you can say. So actually, if I get here you can see. Okay, now here you just observe here. Okay, so here comparing these slides. Okay, here. Okay, this slide. So inside the text is nothing but inside the content. In the end of the sentence, write the refer whatever the content you refer from the paper, and then in the end of the sentence, before full stop, you write the author name. This is a single author followed by 2014. Right? So here now check. Now here we'll go with the content part. Now I'll just show you. Okay, now here you see introduction. In the introduction itself, you can see here. This is multiple citations, you can see from here till here. Multiple author citations. Okay, if it is a single author also, you can see here, right? So 2017 till, I don't know from where he has done. Okay, from here. It is full stop here, right? Okay. This is at the end of the sentence. So at the end of the sentence, this is T. Zhang et al. 2017. It means that there are more than one authors are there. In 2000, it is done, right? So now it is completely matching. So it is end of the sentence. This can also be done in the reverse also, starting of the sentence, right? So one author, two author, and this is three author. So if it is written in the referencing style, it is completely written in the referencing style. How to write the referencing style is here. Okay, you can take one example from this. So write the name of the author followed by year of publication in the bracket, title of the paper followed by name of the journal, page number, volume number, and issue number. And it goes on. So one example was MLA, the another was APA. You cannot mix up both the things and you can do it, right? So this is the format which you need to follow, right? So I have this reference. You can use this referencing style. This copy. You can put in the chat box. You can refer to this. Okay. Right. Okay. Next, coming to the next style that is called as Harvard referencing style. So author names, initial names, title of the article, right? Between the single quotations, title of the journal, right? Publication, where it has been accessed or how this can be done. So everything can be taken into consideration, italicites and other things, right? So here you can also see the formats also, right? So Harvard referencing style examples are in text. You can write it as name of the author followed by et al. In the reference section, you can this also. So Harvard style and the APA style are will appear almost similar. Okay. So you can use either, but most of them, they ask you to go for APA format only. So that is what I have shown in one part. This you can copy. Okay, here. So in the site, here you can see APA formats. Again, 2016 January. So this is APA format. So whenever in the references, if you are seeing that a year is written followed by the month, then it means that it is an APA format, right? So next is IEEE format. It is very simple format. Most of the time we use this for the IEEE conference papers, right? So it is citation will be at the end. So it will be written in the bracket, right? Just now I've shown you a lot of papers which are written in the bracket format. Here also you can see in the referencing, it is also bracket, and also here it is bracket, right? So this bracket is one identification which states that the format which they are using is IEEE format. Similarly, this can be done for the book and also for the book chapters. Okay, reference number followed by our author's initial name of the author, book title or paper title, where it is published, who is the publisher, right? So for the book, it is different, and for the book chapter, it is different. For the book, we don't have the page number, but for the book chapter, you can use the page number also. If you are referring for similarly for the article journal, that can also be taken care. And if you are referring some conference paper, you need to write the name of the conference where it has been conducted. If they have the DOI also, you can use it. Similarly, I have this style, even you can refer this slide also. So IEEE referencing style sheet I have, I can share this guidelines also. You can refer this part for referencing. Right? Okay. Then we have a Vancouver style. Basically, most of the papers which come under the medical section, right? So they make use of this style. So Vancouver referencing style, it was developed by the Internal Committee of Medicine Journal editor. This referencing style is predominantly used in the medical and scientific discipline. Like they also have their own format, like author's name, title, edition, place of publication, and year, right? One example you can see here, like name of the authors are there, where they don't make use of at all type of representation, right? They simply write all the author's name, where it is being done. If it is a book, it is different. If it is paper also, it is a bit different. And similarly, the same thing will be taken care when you go for writing into the context, or you can say the text, right? So here they write it as a one. They don't write the name of the author here. They don't write name of the year of publication. They simply mention it as a one in round braces, you can say. No square bracket. If you write it in the square, it becomes IEEE. If you write it into the square round, it becomes the Vancouver style format. So that part, at least you can remember, like two things makes actually the differences, right? So this is all about the 5 styles which I have discussed here, and there is a quite confusion with the scholars, like what is the difference between the bibliography and the references. Okay, so very simple things I have mentioned here. You can see like bibliography, it includes the citation work, which might not be mentioned in the text. And when it comes to the citation formats, right? So here citations are included, suggested, or you can say like background purposes, and here no formatting is required, no proper formatting is required. But when it comes to the your referencing style, Okay, referencing, not bibliography. Bibliographic references is again different. Okay, so most of them, they make use of APA style. Okay, and the sources need to be cited very much properly and clearly it should be mentioned. Okay, so that the paper get acknowledged very appropriately. But in case of the bibliography, we don't follow the APA style, but there are some common things are like both appear at the end of the book, end of the journal, end of the article. Both gives you the similar kind of information, right? And both are alphabetically arranged based on the citation formats. Then again, here, when it comes to the bibliography and the referencing, bibliographic references, here you can see almost a kind of similar thing happens here. This is reference. You can see the name of the author, title or paper, journal paper, same thing. And when it compare with the this part, okay, bibliographic references, it is almost appear to be very much similar. So don't write only bibliography, write bibliographic references. There is a difference between bibliography and bibliography references. The difference is like a bibliography usually gives the information about the authors. Okay, the one which we have shown here. Here you can see this is called bibliography. This is not even sometimes not required also, but if the publisher suggests you to give the information, you can give this information also, like author's information. We also call it as a bibliography information. Okay, so this thing can also be added into your paper side. Then last part is once you go with the literature survey and referencing style, then you have a conclusion. Then I can show you one part on this also. So conclusions, there is nothing much to take care over here, but only the thing is it should be at the end of your research paper or the thesis, right? Where you wrap up all your ideas and provide the strong final impressions, like some goals need to be taken care over here, like restating the problem statement, or you can say the problem definitions also, right? Summarizing the overall arguments or the finding, like you have done so much things and you have done with these results, you have obtained these results with the key findings, and this with using this methodology, it is far better than compared to other methodologies, something like this, and suggest some key takeaways from your paper also. Okay, and there is something need to be also shown in the conclusion writing is it presents the final word of your arguments, right? Whatever you have done, it's a kind of a base summary of the whole paper, which is represented at the conclusion. That is why in the earlier days, while we were doing the PhD time, like we used to ask to read the abstract and the conclusion very thoroughly and try to come with one proper conclusion. Okay, this will also add it to your in the writing the literature review paper. Then synthesizing the key points is also important. Then communicating the implications of the study, then demonstrating the importance of your findings, then propose a course of action, suggestions, you can say some studies, solutions, and developing a sense of closer to your topic will play a very important role, right? Then similarly, there are some goals are also there, which we need to take care in this particular section. Like I've just stated here, like restating the problem statement. You need not have to restate the whole complete problem of your paper. The restatement is nothing but from the conclusions, from the work, we actually draw the conclusions, right? So that will be get reframed at your end of the paper. Then discussing the main findings which you have carried out either in the literature review or also in the research articles. Then implications of the practice and policies will be also shown in the conclusion section, so that if anyone refers to the paper, they get to know that yes, these are the findings, these are the methods which are being taken care or used in that particular research area. Then shortcomings and limitations need not to be shown in the conclusion part, because it gives a scope for the future scopes, so that what can be learned, how this can be done. And then sometimes I have even seen the authors who also represent their future work, like this is the future work that can be carried out by using these techniques and so and so, right? So this should not, it can also be avoided. It's a kind of like optional thing. Okay, but you can put the significance of study into some part of your paper, so that it becomes very simple for you also to show the importance of your work, and it so that the work which get when you apply for the publication, like it should be into the scope of the study, right? Just to maintain your work into the scope of the study, we write the significance of the study of your research article, right? So that part all should be also taken care when you write the conclusion section, right? So before closing this session here, I have something to show you. Just want to show how this can be done using some tools. I can just show you some tools. Yesterday I've shown the chat PDF here. Okay. I just wanted to show this particular research rabbit. Okay, now the whole session, like yesterday's and the today's session, we basically have focused on how to carry out the literature review and referencing style and other things. Okay, I just wanted to show the validation of the references first, and then we'll switch to the next part. It is applied intelligence. Okay. Now, in the whole session, I just said like the references will play a very important role, and so many things I have discussed. Okay. Now, why our publication most of the time get rejected at the editorial board, right? That is one thing. And again, I say like if you're not following the proper guidelines, author guidelines, okay, then the paper will again get rejected, right? And the references, if they are not appropriate, right? Simply writing whatever we have done and copy pasting, not following the appropriate format, then those things will not be get also validated, right? So how to check this is like I'll just show you one demo on this. This is the Springer Nature. This is the name of the journal, that is Applied Intelligence. So here, once you submit your paper to the auditorial board, okay, I'll just show you. I'll just log in. If the credentials are there, not there. Okay. Now here, authors login. Is it visible? Does not match. Applied Intelligence. This is under maintenance. Then not allowing me to enter. Okay.
Speaker, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everything is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just login, but not allowing me to log in. Okay. Anyways, here I will just go with the next part so that the thing should not get stopped. Okay. Anyways, if this got logged in, then it would have been better. Anyways, I'll just remove it. Okay. Now we'll go with the research rabbit. Actually, I just wanted to show one report on that, but I'm not able to log in there because of the maintenance of that, because again I have to go for resetting and other things. I'll just show AP. We'll check. Okay. It's not allowing me to do. Anyways. Okay, so there was one paper which was submitted, but it's not opening. Anyways, okay, I'll go with this login with this ID, a Research Rabbit, which is basically used for the literature review, extraction of information, maintaining the records and other things. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. So now here, just carefully observe what activity I just want to show you here is. This is the Research Rabbit. It's an AI tool, or you can say it's an AI app, basically used for the literature review purpose only. Thing is, I just, for example, I have an idea. Yesterday we were discussing, like, we have an idea, we write a title, how to write the title, how to frame the title. So many things we have discussed, right? Suppose I have a base paper. Like, suppose I'm referring one paper, and from the paper, I just want to start with my research, and I just want to know what are the different things. So you did not have to do all the time Google. Okay, no need to go for the Google Scholar also. The thing is, use this tool. What you should do is you can add it to your collection. Okay, so I have added one paper. Okay, so here you can add the paper. There is an option to add the paper, write the type the name of the paper. If not possible, try to upload the file which you have as a base paper. Okay, so what I have done is I have one paper now. So this paper is here. Okay, you can see in 2019, I have taken one paper. This paper is from Brain Science. You can download the paper also. Just for your reference, just to understand, I'm just trying to open this part. Okay, now see here. So this paper, it's a MDPI paper, Brain Science. It was published in the year 2019. Okay. Now, how this paper will help me to help to my research activity? Okay, and how to carry out the literature review. Now, what is the title of the paper? Is the title EEG signal feature extraction based on DWT and EMD combined with the approximate entropy. Some title is there, right? Okay, I just want to explore the similar content. I just want to explore all the information. I just want to know, is there any relevant study, similar study which is happening in and around the globe. Okay, so that can be reached using one network. Now what happens is, once you upload the paper into the Research Rabbit, okay, you can see there is one paper, it is uploaded into my collection. It will show me different things here. You can see there are nearly 1261 similar work is been carried out where using this topic. What similar work is the thing? But maybe someone is doing some feature extraction, some are using some different method, different tools. So what it will do, this software will do is, or this AI tool will use is, first it will upload the paper, it will extract all the information and it gives here. You can see what information I have obtained is, based on the content of the paper, there are 1261 similar work is extracted. Similar work is going on, or you can say 1261 papers are already published, maybe more than that also, and the total references are 19. Okay, so now we check with the reference section. They are 28. They are 28 references, right? Then citations of this paper are nearly 75 citations are done. Now the next thing is total. There are 8 authors are there. Let us confirm with the authors. Maybe 8 authors are there. No, we have some limited authors are there, right? Maybe the information which we are trying to fetch from this is not almost not similar, but we can say that some information we get extracted from this here. Okay, maybe I've clicked on the author, so it might have showing me something. Okay, so now check this. So what I have done, similar work. I've clicked on 1261. Now you can see these on this side here, you can see 1261 papers will appear on this particular similar work area. It means that I have now how many papers? 1261 references can be taken into consideration for my literature review. I just don't want to explore the Google itself. No need. Everything is on my screen itself, right? So 1261 papers are there. Now, suppose if you click on any paper or if you take the cursor on my paper, this is the network. We call it as a network diagram. Okay, or you can say the network architecture also. No issue, whatever you call it. Okay, now you can see here, right? So on whichever paper you click, that paper becomes yellow representation over here. You can see this paper, right? So if I click on this, it will show me something like this. Now what happens is, suppose I am interested in something which is relevant to my study. Okay, for example, like single trail, automatic sleep stage scoring using time frequency. If I click on this, so it will, if you click on this paper will get opened, this paper. And using the title of this paper, there are nearly around 909 similar work is already going on, which has 250 citations. Maybe 250 citations are from 909 papers. Okay, so here again, you can create a network. If you click on this, it will create your network again. Similar network, similar type of representation. Here you can see. So here you can see. So if you click on any paper, it will show you the architecture also. Now, suppose if you want to visit this particular paper, just click on this. You can see, and suggested authors also, it will show you links also show, it will show you the papers which are more relevant, right? Everything is possible by using this particular AI tool, right? I just want to say that using this AI tool, right, you need not have to go for digging more into your idea, your paper title or the base title, and simply go on searching and putting a record on your own. Use this toolbox, try to refer the paper whichever you want to write, because here it will show you the year also. Okay, so based on the relevance you can do, right, based on the citation, based on the alphabet, right? And here it is not showing me, based on the abstract also it is possible. So similar works can be taken into consideration. Timeline is also there, right? Here you can see timeline based on the network, based on the first author. So connection between your collection is almost like 50 papers you may have, right? Here also you will get some author suggestions, right? Referencing is also possible. You can see all the references will appear in this particular section, right? And you can refer those sections also. Here you can see some citations also, it will show you. It is loading, it is taking some time because it's a huge collection. You can see all the citations, who has referred that, which paper, in which year, right, which model, everything appears. So this paper, so if you want to download, you can download. If the PDF is available, it will download. If it is not available, just try to check with click with the link which they have given. Then automatically, if the paper is not an open access paper, it will take you to this particular thing. And from this, you can click on this site, you can download, right? Then you can use anything. Now, suppose I got a paper from the Research Rabbits, which is interesting. I just want to read this paper, but I'm not able to download because it's not it is available in the IEEE, but not able to download this paper, right? So if I click on this PDF, it is asking me some institutional login. So is there any other way of downloading the paper? The thing is, you can copy paste this DOI. Go to Sci-Hub. Now check if it is possible to download. If it is downloading, it is well and good. But if it is not downloading, then you have to have the institutional ID for downloading purpose. Right here, put the DOI, click on open. So this is not allowing me to access to that particular paper because it's not able to find or fetch the information, or the paper is not been added to the repository, or something has happened to that particular paper. So for that reason, it is not possible, right? So this is how we try to extract the paper or try to extract the information from this particular software, right? So this is what all about the Research Rabbit and how the things will go on. And then you may also have this the Quillbot, which is a premium software. You can purchase the software, right, which can also be used for the checking the plagiarism, checking the grammar, right? You can go for paraphrasing, AI detection tool is there, humanizer is also there. It has a chat. There are a lot of tools are available with the there is a citation generator also. So if you click on this citation generator, right, it will take you to the citation generator. For example, sometimes we may not follow the appropriate formats, right? So you can simply download this. So here you can see I can upload one. Let me take one new list. 7th edition something. Okay, I can upload a PDF. You can upload the PDF is nothing but suppose you have a file and suppose if I just take and drop. This is the way of generating the reference style. Some are in APA format, some are in MLA format or something like this, right? Many things they have shown. Journal name, check. It's required. They have suggestions, something like this, API format. It's not. Here you can change. API style 2, MLA 8th edition, MLA 9th Harvard, right? Chicago, IEEE. You can just see. Just for example, suppose I have a references. Okay, I will upload. Not able to reference. If I have the reference, it is good. Okay, references, this part. Okay, you can check here. Actually, it takes time. But anyways, I will just show here, which I have already uploaded. So suppose this is the format, which is the APA format. Already the references are uploaded. What you can do is you can just click on this, change the style, citation style. Like if I, for example, if I take some IEEE, right? Save. Okay, now this is under IEEE. You can see it is IEEE. The format itself has changed. What you can do is just export to the Word file. You will get all the information at one particular place, and you can simply add it into your references, or you can say to your project report or PhD report, right? Now check with this. Okay, now here you can see they are available. It means that if you find some difficulty in generating the citations, then you can use this tool. It will generate the styles in that particular proper style, and it will give you the results, and just copy paste into your paper, and your paper get more advantage, right? This is how we do it, right? So this is what I just wanted to show about the research rabbit and also the things. So hope in these 2 days of literature review, reference and citation workshop, hope I have covered a lot of things into what is literature review, how this can be done, right? What are the different API formats, why it is important, how to do that. Okay. So you can refer some AI tools which I have shown. One is Research Rabbit and another is Quillbot, so that it will add more advantage and make your work more simple in publication, right? So hope I have done with my 2 days of sessions. So if anything is there to ask, the session is open for the discussion in the chat box also.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Session is open for discussion. You can clarify your doubts through chat box or unmuting your mics. I repeat, dear participants, the session is open for discussion. You can clarify your doubts through chat box or unmuting your mics. Sir, there is one question in chat box. Speaker, sir. Speaker, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Seeing,
Yeah,
sir.
there is one question in chat box.
There is one Gaganpreet Kaur. They have asked how to mention the IBM report, IBM report, McKinsey report in the referencing style. Okay, if any reports are there, like you can follow the guidelines better, the guidelines. But there are some reports are there which need to be they are mentioned if they have the even the websites also. So you can use that particular format. You can write the title of that the reference, or you can say the article or any the report, right, followed by the date. And even also you can use some kind of like URL if it is there, then you can add it to your reference section. Okay, because it's not necessary to find put the whole complete report into more in detail. So you can add simply by using some URL, that can also be enough. Okay, because I don't know exactly how those reports are, that is IBM reports are. Maybe they are not, maybe they will be more in detail, which need to be followed. Okay, so I just have to check once, and I can reply later also. Hope I have answered. Another question is there, as per your opinion, which method for referencing is good for project report and PhD thesis? You can use APA style. APA style, uh, for APA style format. I have seen some reviewer comments under the PhD section also, like they sometimes they ask us to go for IEEE. They go for they will ask go for write APA format also. APA is one standard format, but again it depends upon the university guidelines which they say. But in the guidelines, they ask just the references should be in a very much proper format. Okay, you can refer IEEE format also, but make sure that in the content and the reference section, both should match. Okay, there is another one. Are there any tools available for automatically converting the required format if I'm giving necessary information to the references? Yes, just not that is what I said. You can use Quillbot. Okay, Kovalan, Angar Swami. You can use the Quillbot. Okay, so that the references can be generated automatically. Okay, that is what I've shown the demo. Resume. Okay, here it is. Here you can see. Here is this is the Quillbot. In Quillbot, what you should do is you need to have the references at one Word file. Create a references of Word file. Okay, or you can use the PDF also. Upload that PDF file. Okay, then click on the customization or click on the settings here. Now citation style, it is IEEE. I just want to convert the whole my references to suppose Vancouver style. Okay, click on save. So now it is in the Vancouver style. The whole format is changed itself automatically. Just export it and put it into your reference section. Okay, hope I've answered to that question. Rashmi MBA. While referring a particular paper, if there is an author mentioned, so while I'm writing that line, which author name I should mention first? Current paper or the author which is mentioned in that paper. You have to mention the name of the author which is mentioned in the paper. Okay. While referring a particular paper, if there is a author mentioned, so while I'm writing that line, which author name should I mention first? You need to mention the first author name. Don't mention the second author, third author. If there are more than one or two authors, you can write name of the author followed by et al. Yeah. You can use latex also. Yes, it is another thing which I have not said. Use latex software. Latex versions are also there. Most of the time, they ask you to prepare a report in the latex format also. Latex is a uh, quite. I don't say it's an easy part. Most of them follow the Word files itself, Word format itself. You can use Mendeley also. Mendeley is another software, or you can say a tool for proper writing the references and maintaining the references properly. Okay, you can use both latex and also the latex as well as Mendeley. It's for P. Anita. Okay, thank you. So hope I have answered to all the questions. Still, I'm open for the discussion. Yes, sir. So this 2 days workshop, which was completely on the literature review, references, and the conclusions. So many things I have just covered. I can just glance for your connectivity of this 2 days workshop. Here now in the first day, which we have seen is literature review definition. What is literature review and what is literature review? Characteristics we have seen, factors, then purpose, then sources, steps, 8 steps, common mistakes, reflection. And in the today's workshop, we have seen what is references, why it is important for referencing, then what information can be obtained from the reference section, types of styles I have mentioned, MLA, APA, Harvard. Some reference links are also I have shared in the chat box. You can use those formats also. Try to refer only one format. Don't go for multiple formats at one particular paper or article. So APA format, Harvard styles, IEEE sections we have seen, then bibliography and references, and then conclusion part. Then I've shown the demo also on this. So hope I have covered the required
Sir.
thing.
Yeah, sir, I think there is one question in
Yes,
chat
sir.
box.
Yes, sir.
For reference,
For reference
will be
preference, given to new report of old will be okay. I did not get this. For reference preferences will be preference will be given to new report of old will be okay. I did not just if you can clarify the question, it becomes easy for me to answer. For reference preference will be given to new report of old. Better to have some new reports instead of old, because you can refer old also. You have to cite it very much properly. Suppose if you're having more than 1 or 2 reports, you can add in the references also. It's not like preferences will be given for the old report or the new report. The references should be done for any material, whichever we refer, either it is book, chapter, or the paper. Hope at least for that question, which I have understood. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, kindly
Thank you, sir.
recap the entire session with the help of PPT, please.
Yes, sir. Oh. Okay. Okay, so dear participants, so we are at the end of the conclusion of this 2 days, second day of the workshop on the literature review, references, and conclusions. And in the today's workshop, yesterday we have seen a lot of things only on the literature review, but in the today we have seen on the references and citations, why the references is required, what is the importance of references, then followed by from where we can get all the information, right? You can use the books and journals. Book chapters are there, some publications, some reports, government reports, research reports, or you can refer even the earlier published thesis also. Okay, so type of references I have discussed, like MLA format, APA format, Harvard system, IEEE, Vancouver. There are other formats are also there, which you can also go through once after this workshop. But moreover, the importance will be always given to the APA format and the IEEE. Then MLA format I have discussed with some examples on how article, book and book chapters can be done. For APA also I've shown how it has been represented, and with example of paper already which is published, giving a differences on how APA and MLA format they have used. Then Harvard referencing style, a bit similar with the APA. Then with the IEEE referencing style. So try to identify it just by the square bracket. And for the Vancouver style, you can make use of the round braces also. That is what the identification mark for the formats which you have done. If you are not able to recognize, you can just Google it once and put it into the Quillbot, and you can generate your required referencing style. Okay, so that becomes more simple, because you cannot write each line by line and just go on preparing the referencing as per the author's guidelines. Okay, so there are tools are there. You can make use of best tools and you can prepare that particular thing. Then we have the referencing and bibliography. Right. So what is bibliography and references? Then conclusions, how to prepare the conclusions for the research paper and the thesis. Some techniques I have shown over here, and then the flow of, or you can say the goal of doing the writing the conclusions I have discussed, right? So hope with these 2 days of workshop, in these 2 days, I have covered as much as possible, so which will get definitely benefit to the all the scholars of UG, PG and PhD. Thank you, sir. And there are 2 more questions are there in the chat box. Is there any minimum references? No, there is no minimum references mentioned nowhere. Like you should have these many, but less references are not acceptable for the publication, like 5, 10, 15. Try to have more number of references into your research paper or thesis, or it can be report also. Okay. And there is another question from Dr. Preeti, Chicago style. Definitely you can use the Chicago style, madam. I have not discussed that particular style, but yes, there are also styles are there, but they do not recommend the Chicago style. Maybe in some other like domain of educational sector, like MBA, MCA, or even any other part they might have used. But what I have seen is they always ask for the APA format, MLA format, or IEEE. So if any publication is going via the IEEE conferences, they follow the IEEE style only. For humanities and social science, they may use for some different style, which like you have mentioned the Chicago style. You can generate using the Quillbot if you do not follow that. Okay, so Chicago style is also a very simple format. A lot of things are also there into that, because they are very much specific when it comes to the paper publication or report making. Okay, so you can use the Chicago style also. So hope I have answered all the questions of the in the chat box. Hope these 2 days workshops has benefited all the scholars. In the coming days, there is a session on advanced research methodology. Try to attend those 2 sessions also. Okay, and there is one question like, can we use either the references or bibliography? Better use references instead of bibliography. Okay, that is the better way of representing your all the references. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. With this, we'll stop here.
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, once again, there will be no session tomorrow, tomorrow Sunday. So, dear participants, once again, we'll meet on this Monday evening virtually at 7:30 p.m. So, till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you, speaker sir. Thank you,
you, sir.
participants. Good night, speaker sir. Good night, participants.